David Sanders, and I'm an Executive Vice President at Casey Family Programs, which is the largest foundation in the country focused exclusively on providing, improving, and preventing the need for foster care. Casey Family Programs has been a strong supporter of the Positioning Public Child Welfare Guidance for the last 4 years. The idea began in the executive committee of NAPWA, and I was fortunate enough to have been an executive committee member for several years when this idea was initially discussed. And the idea was a very simple one, and that was that most fields had standards and principles that had been defined by professionals in the field, and not defined externally, not defined by crises, not defined by elected officials or by the media, but really defined by professionals in the field. And as we looked around, we found that child welfare had very few of those standards or principles. There were some that were established in statute, some that had been established as a result of lawsuits, but very little that was defined by professionals in the field. So the idea was to begin to have professionals in the field set standards that would result in improved outcomes related to safety and permanence for children served in the child welfare system. Casey Family Programs had been a supporter from the very beginning of the Positioning Public Child Welfare Initiative and now Positioning Public Child Welfare Guidance, and will continue to be a supporter. We believe very strongly that the leadership, the public child welfare leadership, needs to define what the work should look like and needs to define the standards and principles for the field, and we believe that's exactly what's happened with the Positioning Public Child Welfare Guidance. We also believe that it's important for this not to just be a document that sits on a shelf, but a document that's actually used. And so the creation of the website, which is incredibly informative to allow jurisdictions to look up standards very quickly, to understand what's behind those standards and to understand how to implement them, is important. In addition, we're very excited about the 6 jurisdictions that have just been selected to be part of the Positioning Public Child Welfare Guidance Institute. And so NAPWA and APHSA will work with those jurisdictions to implement the standards in their jurisdictions in order to improve outcomes for kids. So we look forward to continued work with APHSA and NAPWA on the guidance, as well as on communicating that guidance more broadly so that it will be sustained and implemented across the country. Thank you.